Sounds good? So I guess the most important question is, actually it's a two-parter. Number one, who had the best verse on Tweet Bird? Because I know you want to toot your own horn, but we got to know that. And then also, after you answer that question, we got to dig into Valentine's Day, man. I know it's a week removed, but got to know, did you have a special Louisiana type situation go down on V-Day? So starting with Tweet Bird, let's hype that up a little bit, man. You and the whole entire team all on one record. Who had the best verse?
Me and Youngin.
Got you, Youngin. Okay, got you. Well, Meech did his thing though too, right? Meechy did his thing, and then Quando, of course.
Yeah, Meechy different. I love Meechy. I think me and Youngin stamped it though, for sure. Definitely.
Absolutely, Lil. I had to get you loose, man. So I had to throw that at you real quick. And so focusing on Valentine's Day. Yo, man, you spit a lot of lovey-dovey words in some of these records, man. Especially when you listen to Louisiana. Was it a Call of Duty type night on Valentine's Day, or was it chocolate, flowers, all that craziness?
Nah, it definitely was an in the studio type of night for Valentine's Day. I was locked in. I was working. I guess the whole point of the records was just to make people feel like, you know what I'm saying? But I need love too. But yeah, the records was just the records for sure. I was working for Valentine's Day. I was in the studio, locked in.
Got you. Yo, RJ, let me ask you, man, because it's bugging me out because for the longest amount of time, I could have swore that it was RJ Rap, right? And then it just went to RJ. Did it used to be RJAE too, or has it always been RJ? Because I've heard so many different aliases, and I'm like, yo, it's just RJ, right?
Right, okay, I'm going to clear the air. I came in the game independent as RJ Rap. And then through my label, we just shortened it to RJ. But RJAE and RJ is two different people. Everybody always always confuse me. It's crazy. We don't even looking like crazy.
Got you. Yeah, because I'm like, wait, because for the longest amount of time, I know, especially when you got an amazing team, and I'd always get these blasts like RJ Rap, and then out of nowhere, I just saw like all caps, just RJ. I was like, wait, boom, okay.
RJ just rapping, you feel me? That's why, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to stamp that artistry for sure. Shorten it to.
Yo, RJ, the thing that I love most about you too, man, I'll be honest with you. I know you've been putting in a lot of work, but my biggest thing that I was like, yo, wait, who is this guy? Is when it wasn't too long ago. It was actually like around March, April 2021. You did the whole Brooklyn, it was the Lemon Pepper Freestyle, right? And you were in New York, and like you literally went to like the Brooklyn Bridge, and like even the camera work was very much like how like the Chicago Freestyle that Drake did. Yo, talk about that. Yo, your freestyles, it was what like really brought me in. And then it's like, oh, yo, he's not a freestyle artist. He actually does like heartfelt records, and then he does like just gritty type records. So talk about the culture of freestyle, and especially that one as well for you.
I love freestyling. Like, I live for that shit for sure. Like, I could make records all day, but when it comes to like the freestyling and the hard bars, that shit's challenging to me. So I just love it. So I had to hop on that beat like ASAP, you feel me? And we had to do it the right way. The whole aesthetic, like you said, with the video, and really New York like my second home. You feel me? Like, we worked on my upcoming projects out there in New York, and we do a lot of mixing and mastering out there. So it was only right that went out there and got that shit done. But yeah, that shit was a lot of fun for sure. Yo,
let me ask you, where does that like actually stand as far as like your favorite freestyle? Because, you know, most people look into how many freestyles you've actually done, man. Yo, you got a body of work just off of freestyles alone. And but like I said, due to the cinematography and just how dope it is, and plus everyone loves the Lemon Pepper Freestyle as is anyway, and then when you add your own twist to it, man, it takes it to a whole different level, man. But where does that rank with all the different freestyles you've done in recent times?
Me? That's a great-ass question.
Okay.
To me, I don't know. I feel like right now it's number one for sure, because, like, I don't know, it just, the feeling of it, you know what I'm saying? I had all my guys with me, like,
yeah.
Like, it was turned, we brought the whips out, like, it was fire, like, yeah, for sure. That's definitely my favorite one.
Yo, definitely, and you know what's so dope about it, too, is, because, like, I was like, yo, does he go for 7 minutes? But no, you actually, like, a lot of times you don't get all that behind-the-scenes type of action, and I know it was so dope to like see the whole crew around you and seeing that like it was like low key a little bit cold out there and whatnot, man. So I love that aspect. Just talk about kind of letting people in a little bit deeper into what it is that you do, because as a musician, as an artist, we always see the artistry, but you don't, maybe on IG story and in places like that you'll get a little bit of behind the scenes. But how important is that to you, making sure people see like, oh yo, this is what really happens when the camera isn't rolling, even though it was rolling?
Yeah, that shit is very important to me, and especially for that video on that record, me and the label went back and forth about it, because a couple people didn't want me to post the whole 7-minute shit, and stick to the music. But to me, it was just, I don't know, it was very important because I want people to see that side of me. You know what I'm saying? Like that off-camera side. Because that shit that happened at the end of that video, that was random as hell. Like we had up, and then that guy who I'm cool with now, he walked up on us and was like, yo, this is my roof, ain't nobody getting off until I get a freestyle out of you. And I'm like, all right, bet. So we did that. And I don't know, the feeling of it was real authentic. It was real Brooklyn. You feel what I'm saying? It was real. So I love that feeling, and I definitely want people to see that for sure.
Yeah, what was it about New York that really like sold you? Because obviously, everyone that's been keeping tabs on you, we know about the A Boogie relationship, of course, NBA Youngboy, but New York in particular, I know you've actually like given him big shout outs, A Boogie, in the sense of he taught me about clearances. Like, you don't just like put out music, you got to get clearances, features, and I know you really credited him for getting your plug game up as well, man. But like, what is it? Is it the culture? Is it the food? Is it just how people are as opposed to New Orleans? Like, what is it about the New York scene that's really drawn you into making it your second home?
Definitely the grind and the hustle, like the whole environment. Everybody just grinding, working, like everybody focused, everybody, not to say that that's not going on at home, but I don't know, I also like, home is a comfort zone, you feel what I'm saying? So I like to get out of my comfort zone, and every time I go to New York, I see something new, like something's new, happening, niggas outside, like whatever the case may be. And I make a lot of great music out there for whatever reason. It might just be the air, so yeah, that's why I feel like New York my second home. That grind, that work ethic that everybody got, I love it. I'm attached to it.
Got you. Yeah, and what areas in particular? Because I gotta tell you, as dope as Manhattan is, of course, you got the Garden, you got 42nd Street, you got Soho. Brooklyn has really been where it's at, man. Like, of course, the Barclays Center and whatnot, but there's so many dope spots in Brooklyn that it's become its own like secondary Manhattan. So I'm just kind of curious, as you continue to cement New York as your second home, are you finding like love towards Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan, or just New York altogether?
I don't want.
Oh man.
Definitely just New York altogether.
Okay.
But for me, when I was out there, I was living in East Brooklyn, so that was where a lot of that grind came from, that environment, East Brooklyn, for sure.
Oh, for sure. Just kind of one more thing related to the whole New York thing, RJ, I guess, what does that do for like the hunger and the grittiness and your songwriting, man? Because I know like there's been artists, I think Mac Miller used to like spend a lot of time out here. Who else? Meek Mill especially. Like Meek is like pretty much, I think he also calls New York his secondary home as well. Like there's just something about New York, and maybe it is that grittiness, that grind, that nonstop, everyone's just hungry and just going nonstop. Yeah.
Step out of my box a little bit. You see what I'm saying? Because if I'm home and I'm recording, I'm comfortable. I'm saying, but when I'm in New York, like it just make me step out of that comfort zone and make me want to go even 10 times harder than before. You know what I'm saying? Because New York is big. You know what I'm saying? They've always told me if you could make it out of New York, you can make it anywhere. You know what I'm saying? One of the most grittiest, toughest places to make it out of. So yeah, definitely it makes me get out of my box and try all type of different new shit and make me want to go harder than I've ever gone before. Sure.
Definitely. So we've called New York your secondary home. Let's go to the first home, because it's just as difficult, man, to make it out of New Orleans. And I gotta tell you personally, man, I feel I've got my New Orleans like culture from artists, not so much like Young Money and Cash Money and of course No Limit, but like Currency is probably right there with Action Bronson is like my favorite rappers, right? Don't worry, RJ, you're creeping up there, okay? You're creeping up there. But right now, Currency and Action Bronson, and I just love like Currency in the car culture. Kid especially, formerly a G Unit. Kid, like a lot of these guys just talking about, man, to make it out of New Orleans is way more difficult than people realize. Just talk about just kind of your grind. Again, I referenced freestyles. That's really what kind of fueled things, and it looks like you just never turned your back after that.
Yeah, never. It's definitely hard. I feel like no matter where you're from, it's hard to make it out of your own city. You see what I'm saying? But specifically New Orleans, they like to call it crabs in a bucket and shit like that, which I don't see a lot of. I get a lot of support and love out of my city. You know what I'm saying? Especially when I'm dropping records like Louisiana and I'm showing love. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving back. So, but I don't know, for my artistry specifically, I want to branch out and take over the whole country. You know what I'm saying? With my sound. I'm not very particular on where I'm at. I like to move around the map, you know what I'm saying, make my music, but home is good though. I don't know, I get a lot of love and support here, and a lot of the upcoming artists, they get a lot of love and support too, so I don't really see it as being as hard as people say.
No, definitely. Yo, and really just for a moment or two, RJ, talk about just the culture of New Orleans or Louisiana in general, man, because I don't think people really realize how much dope stuff comes out of there, man. Of course, we always think about Mardi Gras and fun things like that, but I mean, there's, you know, the food and Popeyes, okay? So forget those commercialized things right there, right? But just, you know, I guess talk about what it is about the culture of New Orleans that you maybe that you bring to New York, or maybe that you bring to Tennessee, or maybe that you bring out to LA when you go out there. Are there parts of the Louisiana culture that's just in you that you really attribute to maybe I'm this relaxed because it's a New Orleans thing, or I talk with this funny slang because it's a New Orleans thing?
Yeah, the culture is so influential, man. I think a lot of people forget, like, a lot of the sounds that's in the industry today and a lot of the beat patterns and a lot of the shit, you know, they get from New Orleans. So, especially with me, you know, I have producers out here that I'm working with. I like to take them with me, you know what I'm saying? And they know that sound that I'm looking for. So even say we go to New York and we're working with producers that make like a boogie type beats or like just international type beats. I have my guys pull up and they still stamp it with that New Orleans trap sound that we like. And we rock out that way. But yeah, wherever I go, I got the city on my back and in my mind. And definitely growing up, you know, the Hot Boys is definitely a big influence on and Wayne and all of that shit. So that sticks with me everywhere I go. And yeah, it's part of my swag.
Nah, definitely, man. And, you know, I really want to focus on the music making that you do, man. You know, where do you enjoy making music at the most? For right now, I love the fact that, yo, you are in a studio setting. It's like, Cyrus, will you hurry up with this Q&A so I can get back to making music? So talk about, your comfort zone. Where is it? And I know you're an artist in 2020, so you can make music anywhere. But where do you kind of hit that stride?
In this studio right here that I'm at, it's about 10 feet wide, about 10 feet, it's like 12 by 8. It's max small in here, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm locked in. We got the speakers right here, the mic right here, my engineer right here. Everything that I need is in, you know what I'm saying, reach. So yeah, this definitely like it's my spot. It's like a little shed that we put together. It's dope for sure.
Got you. And kind of what is the mode right now, man? Because one thing that I know that you've always emphasized, like, yo, I'm very much different, right? I don't make just this type of song or that type of song. So, you know, one time you can be on that Louisiana type record, and then the other one, it's the opponent one that's real gritty. Oh, yo, don't kill me. Oh, what's it? Spit on my opponent? No. Spit on my opponent. Yo, that one, like, see, I get Louisiana, and then like when I'm on like yo, I'm on my workout grind, I listen to that, and it's just so disrespectful, right? It's just, you know, it's a Brooklyn type thing, right? So I personally love it, man. But I just love that, and then of course the freestyles that you're still contributing to as well. Kind of what is the flow and the mindset for RJ right now, man, as the weather gets a little bit nicer?
I'm in project mode for sure, and what I'm trying to do with this project that I'm about to put out is, I don't know, I wanna evoke that emotion out of people. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be pain, but it's all about, I don't know, I'm getting real personal with this project that I'm about to drop. You know what I'm saying? Real personal, talking about real things that happened to me, and, you know, hopefully it could reach people and, you know, help them out with shit that they going through and shit like that. So yeah, I'm in a real emotional state right now.
Yeah, so you gave me like the biggest teaser, and I know I'm probably not supposed to ask a lot of questions about the project, but of course I'm gonna ask a couple questions about the project, man. How deep into it are you right now, man? Is it still coming together? Do you kind of have like an overview of maybe even like a song listing, features? I guess kind of where is it right now? This project that we're cradling.
I ain't gonna lie, it's pretty much finished.
Okay.
Me and my team working on the mixing and mastering, but for the most part, we good. We locked in. We got some really good features on it. So, yeah, I'm excited. I really am.
Got you. You know, one dope thing that I like about you too, RJ, is you're very appreciative. I think I was looking at your IG. It was either today or yesterday. And, you were showing title love. They were like, yo, man, thank you for showing love to Before I Go, right? You're like, yo, appreciate you guys. I'm on the viral hits cover and whatnot. So, I know you're very appreciative to all the support that you get. But just talk about the streaming services, because I'm always curious when I talk to artists, right? Is it like, do you guys really love the streaming services, or do they not like show enough support? But obviously it looks like Tidal, even just with that little nod, looks like, yo, there are people that know good music and know how to properly support.
Yeah, for sure. No, I'm loving all the streaming services for real, especially because mainly when I drop, we hit playlists like that, you know what I'm saying? It helps the numbers. So yeah, I'm rocking with all of them right now for real.
Got you.
I don't got a pub.
Got you, got you. One thing that I also want to throw at you, RJ, is, you know, for someone like me that loves to highlight the lifestyle and the personal side of a lot of artists and people, entertainers especially, right? Taking them away from their craft momentarily so people can be like, yo, what does RJ like to watch? What does RJ like to, you know, grub on at night, at midnight before he goes into a studio session, man? Where do we get that from you, man? Because like I said, that's what I loved about that behind the scenes kind of footage from the Brooklyn Bridge Freestyle, right? It's like, yo, we got to see you a little bit in that moment whereas you're not in the studio, you're not actually shooting the video, you're just kind of with the fellas. Where can people kind of consume that version of you to get more personal and see the lifestyle side of you?
Word. Nah, that's a fine question. Especially with this project too, what we've done is we recorded a lot of the process of that, not just but outside of the studio. So with that, you'll see a lot of that. But also, me and the team trying to get on the Twitch. You know, I'll be on the game and you know, okay. Definitely, that's coming soon and shit. Yeah, that shit gonna be cool. It's gonna be fun.
Yo, RJ, and that's what I'm talking about, man. That's why I love, like, and I know we're gonna wrap this up in a few minutes, but like, I honestly love to push for interviews to go like 30, 45 minutes, man, because I think there's so much behind the scenes stuff that people don't know about. Like, I had no idea, just kind of, you know, getting a chance to kind of skim all your different socials, that you were big into gaming, man. You know, obviously you can't see me in Madden, but, you know, putting that to the side, right? Or 2K, you might have me, man, because it's got a lot of cheat codes in there. But, yo, what is your go-to gaming, man? First off, is it PlayStation or you team Xbox?
By the way, we don't do Xbox. So
Got you. No love to Bill Gates and Microsoft. So sticking with the PS system, man. Yo, what is your ultimate gaming goal, man? Is it Madden? Is it 2K? Are you up on Call of Duty, Battlefield?
Lately, it's Fortnite. Oh God! As soon as I turn the system on, it's Fortnite. Me and the guys running Fortnite like for deep facts.
Get out of here! What? Oh man! Yo, Fortnite, yo, let me tell you, I can never make that plunge. And you know what's happened, right? Everyone's trying to bite off Fortnite, right? Like Call of Duty has Warzone, which is essentially a knockoff of Fortnite, right?
Yeah. We don't do all of that. No, Fortnite is so dope. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's something new every game, something new and exciting every game. Like, it's crazy. Got you.
All right. How does the gaming goals impact you in the music creation mode, especially when you're in project mode? Do you kind of use it just as a relief from like, I've been in the studio for like 12 hours straight, I need to kick back and play some Fortnite, or does it actually influence any of the raps in some type of weird way?
Yeah, that too. It's definitely for some, you know, kickback, relax type of vibes. But I also play to connect with the fans. You know, a lot of the times I get on there Fortnite by myself, and we'll just get like 4 NBA like fans just join, and they're just excited to hear my voice and play with me and ask me questions about the music that's coming up. So it's also a way for me to, you know, connect with the fans and let them know, you know, I rock with y'all. Like, it's not just about the music, we're a family and shit like that. So it's a cool experience.
Yeah, sure. That's crazy, yo. Do we have food around the controllers, or is food like a no-go? Like, do not get greasy fingers on my controllers, fam.
Nowhere near the PlayStation. No. Hey, what?
Got you. Guys, you know what, RJ? As I was preparing for this, man, I just want to get some quick feedback on 2 items that I saw were like Louisiana, New Orleans style cuisines. Bananas Foster and Muffaletta, man. Yo, please, can you put me up on this? Or are these as foreign to you as they are to me? The Banana Foster looks super yummy.
Foster, I'm familiar with for sure. My mom love that shit. I had a girl love that shit. It's good. I fuck bananas heavy. Pause. So
okay.
Yeah. That's,
got you.
That's it. So, but the other thing, because I'm not really a dessert guy. Like, I'm not, like, for the most part, I eat mad healthy, so I ain't really a dessert guy, but every now and then the Banana Foster is fire for sure.
Yo, and I would have never known that you were a health nut, man. All right, so you gotta just tell me, what is your go-to? Like, yo, don't tell me, are we on the vegan goals or vegetarian, or just like light on the meat stuff?
It's not even that. I just watch what I eat. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm very attentive when it comes to what I put in my body and shit like that. So, like, in the morning when I wake up, instead of like the eggs and the grits and I just start my smoothie. Like, you see what I'm saying? Something like strawberries with the, you know, bananas and the peanut butter, and we good for the whole day pretty much.
Yo, RJ, and that's super important because I'm thinking too, man, I've talked to some artists and they're like, yo, I had such a bad eating habit when I go on tour or when I perform, it actually racks up on you, man. So, was that just something that, like, yo, you've always been on that? Or did, like, you know, having done performances and, yo, starting to realize, yo, I need to kind of switch up my eating habits?
That's definitely what it was. I think my first big performance, I was so out of breath because it looked easy, right?
Yeah.
On stage, back and forth and they rapping. It was like a bunch of fun. But I couldn't even get my words out. I was so, you know what I'm saying, gasping for air. So I was like, nah, it's time for me to, you know what I'm saying? So I incorporated the diet with the workout as well. So now we getting right. For real.
Got you. Look, man, I can already, even though they're not on camera, I already feel the tension from the team. Listen, I want to reconnect that. I promise I will be on here like 10 minutes early, man, so that there's no confusion about waiting rooms. Yo, RJ, I cannot thank you enough, man. I'm looking forward to just all these updates. Your team is amazing. Like, they literally stay on top. Like, I know when you were just out here in New York, we weren't able to connect in person, but I was like, yo, they were like making sure that everyone knows RJ's in town. Take a ticket, man. So just congrats on everything that you got going on, man.
Yo, appreciate it so much. Y'all doing y'all thing too. We watching.
Listen, man, yo, I appreciate you, RJ. Please go back to the studio, and I'm gonna look for you on Fortnite. But Madden, don't, please stay off the Madden, okay?
See me. You gotta see me, man, for real.